Total domination from Leinster at a sunny Croke Park. Very one-sided, free-flowing rugby, and what ended up being a training run for Leinster. 62-0. Long day at the office for Harlequins. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments who played well for you, who didn't, who was your man of the match. What did Leinster do well, and then what did Harlequins not do at all? There's probably a lot of that. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So we'll stay on Leinster first, home team first. Holy, like I said, proper training run. It looked like captain's run, pretty much. Firstly, want to touch on the atmosphere at Croke Park. How good on a sunny Saturday afternoon. I think it was 3 o'clock in Ireland. Like, beautiful. They should have more matches like that. It looked like a day out. The blue flags were swinging, and for good reason, because Leinster put on an absolute show. So we'll stay, like I said, we'll stay on Leinster first. So they were under the pump early on. Like Harlequins early on had all the ball, had all the opportunity, but did not convert that into points at all. And it's probably credit to Leinster because they did well on defense. So even though they let a few easy or soft penalties in, Harlequins went to touch. They just couldn't get over the line or couldn't convert that into points. And then the first opportunity Leinster do get, they do turn that into points. And that's, again, it's something that I noticed with Ireland in certain games. And then obviously this Leinster team it's filled with Ireland or Irish players, is they do well at absorbing pressure, and then when they get their opportunity, when they get a little sniff, they take it with both hands and turn that into points. Lovely bit of play leading up to Sam Prendergast's try. Some soft hands. There's real late passes right at the line. It's putting players running to the line with ball in two hands. He's got an option short. He's got someone out the back. He's got someone on his inside. He can go himself as well. And in defense, when you're on the back foot, you're making your tackles, but it's behind the advantage line. You're turning up or you're turning around, and that wave is coming around the corner, or that next phase is coming around the corner. You're not even set yet. You can't put them under pressure at all. You can't get up off the line and press. And you're sitting down like this, and you're like, who am I supposed to tackle? There's 5 guys running at me. They're all options. And this is sort of what it looked like for Harlequins on defense, but credit to Leinster because they were doing so well on attack. So like I said, those late passes right at the line, creating line breaks, players then in motion, and Sam Prendergast comes running running a short ball off Gibson Park and crashes over to score. Obviously a great start to the game for Leinster, or a great start to their attacking set, because right after that they go bang, bang, straight from the kickoff, create the overlap, and a few phases later, Joe McCarthy goes over untouched. They do so well at creating space out wide, is sucking those defenders in, whether it's off 9, Gibson Park, and drawing players in, or whether it's the forwards and backs creating. So they've got the pods where they play out the back or they play the short, and they're hitting that. It's almost they're setting up in a 4-man, and they're hitting that third player. He's playing out the back. But you've got four options. That's really hard to read as the defense. I did love Osborne and Lowe coming in off their wings, and this also helped create a lot of overlaps. If you're playing on the right wing, they're coming way off their wing and they're getting the ball here, and that's just creating that extra player. Those guys are also really good with ball in hand, and that's putting the defense in a bit of doubt or using their footwork. They've got good fends on them as well, and you see it when Ireland play, James Lowe and Mac Hansen. They do this really well, but I thought Osborne did really well in that regard as well. Using someone like Josh van der Flier out wide, I noticed that as well, and it worked really. He ran over the top of Tyrone Green. I don't think anyone was going to stop him. There was a couple of times where he wasn't the wing, but he was the second guy in, and his skill set. There was one time where he threw like a 30 meter, probably 20 meter pass, running flat pass. Did love that from van der Flier. And then this is all kind of touching on Leinster when they had the ball, but on defense, man, and the commentator said it quite often, was Jacques Nienaber's influence on just that rush defense. so many people you can say you've got a rush defense. You can say like, we're going to do a rush defense. But so many times you see players getting caught out where the rush defense isn't connected. So one guy will shoot out, he'll miss his tackle, and then there's an automatic overlap. Where Leinster were doing it so well is all together, all well, really connected. So even if there was a bit of a missed tackle or mistimed tackle, there was guys right next to each other. So if the inside guy's missed his tackle, this guy's making that tackle, then this guy's jamming in, that one's jamming in. And Harlequins couldn't get their passes away fast enough. There was that many times where a player got caught man and ball, or got caught like throwing a crappy pass because he's been put under so much pressure. And then they did off the back of strong defense, they turn their defense into attack so well as well. So they work their backsides off on defense. And it's something that, yes, that South Africa, the Springboks do well as well, is work your backside off in defense, create or force the turnover, whether it's a forced mistake, so a knock on or wayward pass, or whether it's you at ruck time, you make a dominant tackle, you can then blow over that ruck and turn the ball over. And then they transition from being really flat, so in defense, attacking defense sort of, and then being able to then create depth or hold their depth to then turn that into attack. And they do that really well. And they did this really well for Jamie Osborne's try. So that's that. Being aggressive on defense, so flat in your faces, make the turnover and then transition into depth, shifting that point of contact, and Osborne going over to score. 19-0 at halftime, it could have been a hell of a lot more. It could have been a hell of a lot more. And I think Harlequins were just about holding on here. And that's true because they get straight back into their work in the second half, really stretching this Quins defense, ton of meters down the touch lines. And then right after halftime, Ergis Neyman gets held up, but then they come back and score straight away from that. There's a penalty try as well. And just everyone got in on it. James Lowe ended up getting 2 tries. Dan Sheehan scored a try. Like Leinster putting 60 points on the team. Dan Sheehan is scoring a maul try. Absolutely is. I thought Jamison Gibson Park was fantastic. He's so slick in his game. He's just at the top of his game at the moment. Yes, it's a lot of it is a credit to his forwards that are giving him that ball presentation, slick. The ball's there. He's always got options so he can hit whoever there. But just, man, his distribution, his option taking is elite. Gary Ringrose try I'm just pointing out that one because it was fantastic. Again, stretching this Quins defense, but just how Leinster can work their forwards and backs, like interplay between each other, combining so well. The dummy lines, like the timing on those lines, like anyone can run a dummy line, but if you run it too deep, the defense can just shift, or if you run it too flat, it'll be obstruction, or the timing, like the pass won't stick. The timing of it, fantastic. Perfect depth as well, sending that ball out. And Ringrose goes over this lovely little step at the end, then he goes over to score. Did want to touch on Sam Prendergast, the spiral punt, 60 meters to put it out 5 meters from the try line. Holy! Just the confidence and then the skill set to back that confidence up. I know there probably won't be I won't be able to clip that bit, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you watch the game, holy, what a kick that was. And it just was, man, it was men versus boys. Total domination. Like I said, training run. Standouts for me, Josh Van der Fleer. I saw he got man of the match. He was fantastic. Running down the touchline, creating a ton of and creating his own space as well, running over the top of players. His skill set to throw those last passes as well, elite. I thought Gibson Park was fantastic as well. Just his option taking, his distribution off the back of the ruck. And then I thought Prendergast was good too. Sleek, skill, like handling right at the line. So quite a few not try assists, but line break assists. Really, really good. For Harlequins, man, it's not much to say. Scored 0 points. I'd say the only bit was those first few opportunities that they got to score points and they didn't. And that just told the tale for the rest of the game. If they scored those few tries early on, maybe, like, at the end of the day, 60 points put on you, man, you have not done anything well. Let's be honest. So tough day at the office for the Harlequins. They're knocked out of the Champions Cup. Leinster keep marching on, so they'll be now at the quarterfinals. Yep, that's right. If this squad can stay fit, I don't see anyone stopping them anytime soon. And I'm looking forward to a Leinster Toulouse game, because they put 70 points on Saracens. Holy, that'll be nice. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who played well, who didn't. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.